Welcome to part 3 of our Stress as an Age series. This will be the last part, and it's called Different Age, Different Pressure. Have you ever looked at somebody, maybe younger or older, and you ask them, what do they have to be stressed about? But we need to be careful when we ask that question, both from the older to the younger or the younger to the older, because stress does not belong to a particular or just one age gap. The question you should be asking is, what is this stage of your life asking from you? What does your life need now? Because stress does not disappear as we age. The stressors change. We'll be looking at it today. Your responsibilities change, our resources change, and therefore our strategy, our recovery strategy, or the way we manage stress is allowed to change also. So we'll be looking at, in your early 20s, most people are overwhelmed. By 40 something, you have a lot of responsibilities, and by 60 something, you are asking yourself, where did my life go to? So let's start by seeing the first stage. The first thing I want you to know is that stress changes. So what happens when you are in your 20s? Let me run down a list of things. What happens when we're in our 20s? And most people in their 20s, they keep asking themselves one question: where am I going to? Where am I going to? Some don't know, some know, but this question keeps coming up. So their own stress revolve around career, education, relationship, money, identity. They have problem with identity, comparison, and uncertainty about the future. Like I said, they keep asking, where am I going? So what I would tell somebody in their early 20s, you don't have to have an answer or figure out every single thing. But what you need to know is your next possible step. And you need to be open to learning, to exploring, but most importantly, to building healthy habits that will help you later in life, in your 50s and in your 60s. So what do people in their 30s stress about? Most of them, they are building something. They are building something, but not just something. They are trying to build everything. They're trying to build their career, their marriage, their children, housing, finances, qualification, business, every single thing. And these things are good things. But the funniest thing is that good things also can be stressful. And this is what people in their 30s, they normally go through. You know, when thinking about marriage is good. Marriage can be stressful. Having kids is good. Parenthood is good, but it can be stressful. So keep asking yourself, how can I adapt in this stage of my life? Then you have your 40s, whereby most people feel that everybody needs something from me. My career needs me, my children need me, my partner needs me, my parents need me, financial attention, everything. You yourself, you need yourself. So this stress is really much. In your 40s is when you start to set boundaries and know the kind of boundaries to set, because everybody needs you and you need yourself. So sometimes you need to choose yourself, and sometimes it comes with guilt. So this is the stress people in their 40s go through. Then people in their 60s, they ask them, in their 50s, what do I want next in this chapter? What do I want this chapter of my life to be? That's why I see most people, they celebrate their 40th birthday big, or their 50th birthday most of the time very big. The question is, your parents might need support. Your children might need support. They're a bit older for some people and they need support. Some people are thinking about retirement. So you ask yourself, have I done enough? Am I doing enough? Do I still have much to do? Is it late for me to start again? These are some of the questions you are asking yourself, and in your 60s, you start, your roles change. You are now maybe a grandparent, and you are a parent again for younger children, and you don't have that strength. So we can see that stress changes. Stress changes as we go older. That's what you have to understand. So when stress changes, the second thing I want you to understand, that after stress changes in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond, time changes our perspective about stress. The way you saw some stressful situation when you were 20 is different from the way you will see it when you're 50. There's an adage that says that what a child does not see standing, an older person sees sitting down. That is time changing your perspective about a lot of things. You have gained experience, like we said in our first video. You have the data, you have survived disappointment, you have survived rejection, you know how it goes. But also time creates new pressures in your life. The third thing I want you to know about is you need to adapt your strategy. You don't have to manage today's stress with yesterday's strategy. The way you dealt with stress in your 20s or in your 30s should not be the same way you are dealing with it in your 30s, in your 40s, and in your 50s. Because if you deal with it that same way, you don't get the same results. That's when you now start asking your question, why can't I handle stress the way I used to handle it before? Before, if I add weight and I want to lose weight, under 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've gotten back to the same weight I wanted. But right now, it takes me years to lose the same kind of weight I lost in a few months or in a month. It takes me years. So you ask yourself, what is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You need to adapt to a new strategy to what you're going through. So you have to ask yourself those questions. The next thing, you need to give yourself grace. You need to give yourself grace. Give people around you grace. Give yourself grace. Don't ask the 25-year-old person, what are you stressing about? Maybe they're stressing about something that you feel is irrelevant, but for them at that time is real stress. And also, younger people, you see older people, maybe they have money, they have this thing, and you're asking, what are you stressing about? It's not all about money. It's not all about money. So you need to know what you are carrying at different age. You have different responsibility. You have different resources. You have different capacity. You have different pressure. The last thing is evaluate your current season. Ask yourself, what is this season of my life asking from me? And give it that season. And your season you are going through, it has a lot to do with the people you are around, your environment, your resources, and things like that. But normally, I would say in your 20s require exploration. Your 30s require you to prioritize because career, family, everything is there. Your 40s require boundaries. And I would tell you, your 50s requires you to be intentional because that's the stage I am. And I'm intentional about my time. With everything that I'm doing, you need to be intentional. And I will end this video by telling you, first of all, you also have to ask yourself these 3 or 4 questions when you are going through stress. At each stage is, what can I remove? What stressor can I remove? Career, family, making money, friends, whatever. What can I remove? And most of the time, like I said, you remove what is toxic. Those are the things that need to go. What don't have realistic expectation. The second question is, what can I manage? You cannot remove it, or you can manage it. Always ask yourself those questions. And the third thing, what requires my action? What must I go through that requires my action? Then you have to do it, but you have to go through it prayerfully, gracefully, with all the tools you need to go through them. So that is different ages, different stress. Know your stressors. Know that your stressors change. Know that time changes your perspective. Know that you need to adapt your strategy to the exact stress you're going through. Give yourself grace. Evaluate each season. Thank you for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. Ask your question, recommend my video, and if you need a one-on-one coaching, send me a message. God bless you.